Boom. Yay! VikzeLink. Hey! Boom.
And now I'm back from my phone call for the next episode to be recorded. Yump! Hello there, welcome back to Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. Got a little bit interrupted there by my brother who called me. Because he's cooking dinner tonight and he wanted to know if we had certain ingredients. Roll the ball! Roll the ball! Roll the ball! Whoop! And there we go. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, hello.
Your boys are a sight! No doubt about it. Y'all are desert perimeter runners. Go on and pass. Bye all!
That's something, I don't know if you guys care at all, but that's something that really bothers me whenever I play games where I do voices. It's that I kinda default automatically to doing the same sort of voice. Maybe you don't think so, but
I go back here and usually do a voice. It could be like down here for a certain character.
Or up here with the... Well, I just fall back to that specific place in my throat whenever I do voices, unless it's like very specific character with like a deep voice or something like that. And it bothers me that I just can't do, because when I'm off camera I just like do voices on my own, like for fun. I can do so many more. It's just, I think that's a little bit of what would I say? A little bit of an old habit of mine from when I started Let's Playing, that I was a bit not scared or afraid or anything, but I was a bit I held back. Oh crap! No! Oh, I can't cancel. Okay, good. Oh, yeah, stash. I wanted to get up above 30. Yahoo! Oh, you do need speed. I've stopped the thing like with the highest to the lowest and just keep repeating like, oh, because it's not gonna work. It's just not going to, because I'm going to forget. But yeah, as I was saying, it's something. It's something left behind from back in the old days when I was really bad.
But I can do other voices as well, but
it's easier if the characters look a certain way, because then I can like pretend to be the character. Like with Pokemon, for example, when I've been playing the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games, I find those much easier because the Pokemon has very different types of faces and they look like they could sound a certain way. Like, for example, a Snorlax, if a Snorlax could talk, I don't think there's a single Snorlax NPC in any of the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games that I can think of. At least not that plays any role.
But you would kind of, yeah, you know he has an underbite a bit because the teeth stick up on the character model. And he's big and round and he could talk like this. This could be a Snorlax.
It's... oh crap. Woohoo! Oh, you have high speed. I do wanna... wait, oh, you can check! Oh my god! Holy crap. Okay, so defense is in the lead, I would say. Well, speed is, really, but... okay, let's go with defense. Oh. That's great that you can check. I didn't even think of that, so... oh, that's a bit mixed, but I see ones in there. Oh, not POW. Defense is good. Defense is really good. And so is speed. But so is stash. And stash is low. Let's go with stash. 4. Pretty good. Pretty good. Oh. Oh, go down. And go find your brothers. I mean, yeah. since it's themselves, you cannot... Would you call adult Mario Baby Luigi's brother? It... Yeah, he is, but... It's weird. It sounds really weird. It's the whole time travel stuff. I mentioned it in an earlier episode that this game kind of has the Dragon Ball time travel rules. Because as far as I know, there might be more, but I know of there are 3 different types of time travel rules. And well, the Dragon Ball and this one, as I'm talking about, it's that whenever you travel in time and you make a single tiny bit of change, anything at all, it creates a new dimension. So that your old, where you came from, where you traveled from, that still exists intact. But by changing stuff up, you have created this completely new dimension. Where it happens from that point where you did the little change. Then there's also the Back to the Future time travel rules, where it's whatever, if you change something, it changes the past as well, so you can erase yourself. The thing is, if you would, that creates a whole lot of time paradoxes, because if you would erase yourself, then you would never have traveled back in time to begin with, so you would not be able to erase yourself. Yeah, you see, it doesn't work. Then there is a third one, which it probably has a better big POW badge. We'll have to see what that is. Probably is a better comparison, but I kind of want to call it Harry Potter time travel, even though they barely do that. It's just in the third one with the time turner, and that is that all time travel that exists is predetermined. It was supposed to be that way. Because they don't change anything. When Harry and Hermione goes into the past a couple of hours, they don't change anything. Everything they do already did happen in the timeline before that, because it's just that they didn't know what was going on. Like, certain things that happened made sense afterwards. Like, oh, that was the thing that happened then. So then everything was already supposed... Everything that happened because of the time travel was already supposed to happen, so there is no change. So they get around it that way. Lucky. Which is why in this game, also the whole time travel thing, it makes sense that the adult Mario and Luigi didn't know anything about the Shroob stuff, because, well, you sort of guess that the babies, or at least Toadsworth, would have remembered the Shroob invasion when they were older. So, yeah. So that's why the whole Shroob invasion didn't happen in the adult Mario and Luigi's timeline. It didn't happen at all, because otherwise they would remember them. Or, like, the only thing I can think of it not being remembered is that it just all got erased somehow from everyone's memories, or whatever. I'm not gonna go into conspiracy theories in the Mario universe. No, we're not going there. That's just weird. Pocket chumps all four. Up there did. Okay, so here we have one of these. Up there are those. Still don't. Maybe, I don't remember if you get a high jump later. Maybe you can go back here and get those, but that feels stupid. Oh wait, I did go into this one. We're going south. We still have stuff to accomplish down here. But yeah, the whole voice thing that I talked about earlier, that's also why sometimes, not very often, but sometimes when I do, there's a new character, I sometimes, like, before I kind of pause and say, oh, wait, I want to try to find a good voice, and then I don't anyway, because of that block in my brain. It's like, no, you cannot do this in this way. If you're doing it live, well, it's not live, it's being recorded, whatever. If you're doing it this way, you have to do it this way, blah blah blah, something. I don't know. I suppose we are done. And I guess because I can travel faster with the adults, I'll leave the babies here. And we'll travel! Even though this doesn't make any sense. It would probably be super inconvenient. But it would be kind of fun that if you had a time limit to how long you could roll like this, and if you exceeded that, like, you know, like a stamina meter, and if you exceeded it, the both Mario and Luigi would go out of the ball mode and be like, oh, for like a short while, but we would be super annoying. And speaking of that, that's one thing that I can say that I differ from my dad, is that he kind of likes it like that. He's not really, he doesn't play. Okay, Mario got both of them. He doesn't really play video games that much. He likes to play video games sometimes, but not in the. He's not a gamer, so to say. And now what's going on? Yeah, that's what's going on. And if we go to the save block, was there a summon block there as well? Or do I have to go down to the southern... There is a summon here. Okay, cool. Yeah, we finished the desert stuff. Yay! The Gritzy Desert. Yeah, the areas are really much shorter than the Superstar Saga areas. Then again, every area here, as I mentioned before, is divided into two separate things. So now we've been to the desert, which is the beginning of this area. Now we're going into the Koopaseum. But yeah, I'm gonna finish my thought before I go into the Koopaseum. Is my dad actually kind of likes it in games when, even if it's super inconvenient, if it's more realistic. Not like graphically, but in how things work. Even though it's super inconvenient in the game, like this is just a I forgot the word. Not suggestion. Example. That's a super easy word. This is just an example and not something that he actually had said, but I do believe he might would have been able to say like, oh yeah, it would be better if in World of Warcraft if you would have to stand in line to get into the bank because other players were doing their things. It's like with Breath of the Wild, for example, Zelda. I know he said he thinks he really likes that you get cold when you go to cold areas, you can take damage from that, things like that. But all it does is really stop you. Oh yeah, it opens up like that because you... and then you drop in from above or something. Well, thank you for that. I can throw in the babies there. Could do that. Ooh. All the cash for me. Or there's an entrance here, which is probably where I'm supposed to go. Red peppers. Do they like... Oh yeah, right, I got a badge. Let me just check those peppers. Boosts power briefly, okay. That could be good for difficult boss battles. Big power badge. Oh, wait. Didn't I get the big no, wait. Stomp badge. That was the one I got from Fawful, right? The stomp badge, yeah. The big def, big pow. It's the same as the big def. The drain, recover health. Whatever. Not gonna do that. Holy crap, time moves so fast! Throw the babies! Oh wait, no, I can't. There's... Okay, it's just a big window then. Suppose we're entering here anyway. Farewell, Gritzy Desert. Raising the Koopaseum. Oh yeah, the music in here is kinda odd to me. Two things before I move on. First thing, remember what I said, there's always a mini-boss after the first part of the new area. So I think it's kind of time for that. I know that it is. I'm just trying to... 2 seconds. Second of all, I do have to end this episode here, so don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!
Boom, yay! Äntligen sång. Hey! Boom, boom, yay! Watch some videos. Hey! Boom,